All right, everybody, Bryce here, coming at you with another real quick crypto market update. Look, this was another big week in the crypto markets. We had a ton of fun trading these markets. The volatility was up, it was down. At the beginning of the week, we saw Michael Saylor from MicroStrategy announce that he bought another $2.2 billion worth of Bitcoin. I think that was probably the main driver of price from $90,000 all the way up to $98,000. Now we're back down at $90,000 at the end of the week. So it was a big week of volatility, but things pretty much settled right where they started. We're trading right under the 50-day moving average. So we're not above it, which we like to take our trades on the long side when we're above that 50-day average. So we're just waiting for a little bit of confirmation that we are going to regain that. But we are sitting right on a nice technical, strong volume point of control, which is the most actively traded price point over the course of the past 3 months, roughly. So this is where I think it's a good, opportunity to take some risk onto the table. Again, no leverage, but tight stop loss, and let's see if we can get back into a comfortable trading range in the 90s. There was a lot of, in my opinion, bullish news announcements this week across the altcoin space. Altcoins, as you guys know, have been lagging a little bit relative to Bitcoin, and they've certainly been lagging relative to gold and gold miners and precious metals and critical minerals. And I mean, these things are flying like crazy, but remember, those aren't going to go up forever. I think it's taken a lot of retail speculation over to the precious metals world right now as it sort of starts to bounce back. But again, that's not going to be forever. And I do anticipate there will be some speculation returning to the crypto markets, especially as it becomes a lot easier to invest and to trade crypto tokens. And primarily on that point, Coinbase just announced a brand new integration and partnership with Solana. So this is big because now directly through your Coinbase application, you're going to be able to trade Solana tokens directly through Coinbase. So you're not going to have to go out and learn how to use a new application and download a wallet and connect with your ledger and all that kind of stuff. You'll be able to do it as simply as you do trading any other token on Coinbase. That's pretty big. They're integrating with Solana, but through a particular exchange or aggregator called Jupiter. And by the way, I actually just spoke with the president of Jupiter, Xiao Zhu. Just spoke with him on the podcast. That'll be coming out maybe next week or the week after. Very interesting what Jupiter's kind of growing into more than just an exchange, but really a super app. So keep your eyes on that. And I think, again, it's going to open up the liquidity spigot for a lot of altcoin price action as it becomes easier. But more than that, crypto private companies are going public, namely BitGo. I thought this one was really big. In full disclosure, I bought a little bit of these shares in my personal account. BTGO for BitGo. It's a really exciting platform that's been around for it feels like the better part of a decade, maybe even longer than that. BitGo has this incredible sort of custody platform for institutions. And, it's really worth maybe taking a little bit of a flyer on because its valuation is right around $2 billion. And I could look at coinmarketcap.com and find a bunch of vaporware tokens that are worth way more than $2 billion. And this is a real company, real business, solving real world problems in a really interesting way. So I'm really excited about BitGo. Ondo is another one that made some waves this week, announcing 200 more tokenized stocks and bonds that are going to be tradable. I think they've got partnerships with almost 10 different blockchains, and so trading things like tokenized Tesla stock, tokenized Apple stock, tokenized NASDAQ and S&P 500, along with a lot of tokenized stocks and bonds. I mean, this is a really, really big thing for the crypto industry because people are going to keep money on chain, and they're not going to have to, when they want to hedge out of Bitcoin or hedge out of crypto tokens, they're not going to have to withdraw and go to their brokerage account, which could take days. Instead, they could just sell directly into tokenized stocks and bonds. They could sell directly to tokenized yield-bearing dollars. I mean, this is a really, really, really big announcement and really trend or theme that we're paying attention to. Just this whole, tokenization of real-world assets, which I think is is going to be, again, the next big thing. It's an area where we're really focusing a lot of our research and resources towards. And I think it's going to get a big boom once once the industry has the Clarity Act passed. So we've kind of talked about the Clarity Act in different venues, but we just saw this week that they are announcing that they're going to be pushing this out a little bit to late February, early March. They're tabling their discussions on the Clarity Act in order to focus a little bit more on the housing affordability crisis that's going on. And who is they? This is the Senate Agriculture Committee and the Senate Banking Committee, the two sort of committees that are responsible for the CFTC and the SEC that are pushing through the Clarity Act. So now they're looking for some housing affordability support. And so, hey, crypto got pushed a little bit to the back burner, but hey, I think that that's a sign of the times a little bit. Crypto's not trading at $125,000. Bitcoin isn't right now. Things have a little bit slower momentum. So we're in a bit of a rebuild phase, but this is the best time to get your long-term positions set. And then lastly, what I thought was really important and exciting to see the industry start to take seriously was the quantum risk. Okay, so Coinbase announced that they have a new quantum risk committee, I believe is what they're calling it. So this is where, they're getting together the founders, the presidents of all these different crypto exchanges and crypto protocols and talking about how we're going to get crypto quantum resistant and quantum safe over the next few years, because this risk continues to heighten day in and day out. And I think, you even saw, what is the guy's name? I forget his name off the top of my head, but he's a big Wall Street analyst. He runs a sort of a advisory group called Greed and Fear. And what he says moves a lot of markets. And so he just removed Bitcoin from his model portfolio allocation. And again, a lot of other investors and stuff are going to follow that. And he cited primarily the quantum risk that's scaring him out. And so, again, a lot of people are talking about quantum risk as existential to crypto. But again, if it's existential to crypto, it's just as existential to any internet website or any bank ATM or all of this stuff. It uses very similar encryption technologies. But the difference here is that crypto is decentralized, so it's harder to get consensus. You can't just say, hey, go do this, and everybody does it. It takes a quorum or a consensus of people. Whereas at JP Morgan Chase, you could just have Jamie Dimon say, all right, everybody has to get quantum resistant by 2030. Go. And it's more authoritarian. So things get done quicker, more efficiently. And so I think that's a little bit of what the industry's tackling and challenged with right now, is that we need leaders to step up and say, hey, here's the roadmap. Everybody get on board. And if you're not on board, propose a, what is it called? A different improvement proposal that you think is good. And let's have a debate, but let's get the show on the road. And so it's really good to see Coinbase sort of, again, taking the lead, as they tend to do. They're, one of the largest market cap crypto companies. They're very well capitalized. They've got lots of, really incredible people that work there, and they've been around for a long time. So they're leading the charge. I hope a lot of other people take this as seriously as they are, and get on board this quantum risk committee. And I hope others, protocols start announcing their roadmap, and that will give the market more stability, more certainty, less doubt. And that's all going to be good for prices over the long term. So, hey, I still think 2026 is going to be a super cycle year. I think as maybe the precious metals start to cool down, crypto can, bounce back up. And as all of this fundamental stuff continues to work itself out with quantum and with the Clarity Act, we're going to see a great year. So I'm long, I'm strong, I'm excited about where crypto's going, and that is your crypto market update. Now, real quick, also, if you don't already have a subscription service where you could get actionable insights, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, videos, guides, and so much more, if you don't have something like that, but you want to help you completely dominate the crypto market, then I highly suggest you hit that link or hit that button below. It'll give you a 1-week, $1 offer to Crypt Nation. You can come and see everything that my team and I are doing to capitalize on these markets. and the thousands of other folks who are doing it alongside us. So join them, join us, and we'll see you on the other side. Again, that's $1, 1 week trial to Crypt Nation.